First up for you on Eyewitness News at 5:30, she is using an inhaler, has shortness of breath, and Connecticut Congresswoman Jahana Hayes has now tested positive for COVID-19.
Now, Hayes got tested over the weekend after finding out a member of her staff is positive. And today she spoke to Chief Capitol reporter Susan Raff about how she's feeling and what she wants people to know. Susan.
Erin, this is so scary. In fact, if you ever meet Congresswoman Hayes, she is usually pretty bubbly. But today when we spoke to her, she was pretty winded and sounded a little worried. She says it wasn't easy getting a test over the weekend, and she wants people to know that.
Congresswoman Jahana Hayes is now being quarantined for 2 weeks after testing positive for COVID-19.
Already I had a scratchy throat and shortness of breath, and I thought it was just a really bad flare-up of seasonal allergies.
Hayes is back in Connecticut. On Saturday, one of her staffers told her they tested positive.
Yeah, I am nervous because it's so hard to understand. You know, my husband was positive a few months ago and I was in the house with him and I never contracted the virus.
Hayes wanted to get a test right away. She went to 2 urgent care centers. Then her doctor was finally able to get her tested at a 3rd site, a hospital. She says her staff had trouble too.
We have free testing, but the spots are so limited, and if you need a test on the weekend, it's even more difficult.
Governor Lamont was with Congresswoman Hayes 10 days ago. They attended a 9/11 ceremony. He says he's not concerned.
Since I was outside, since I was wearing the mask, she was wearing the mask, and it was for a very, very limited period of time.
17 House and Senate members have either tested positive or are believed to have COVID-19. Hayes says members of Congress are not regularly tested.
I'm concerned about, are we walking around, as silent spreaders and not even knowing it? So I'm really I'm drafting a letter to leadership now to try to call for some changes.
Jahana Hayes has a 12-year-old son. He has been tested, and she told us today she is worried about him. They're now waiting for the results. She is urging congressional leaders to do something to make testing regular and more accessible, not only for Congress, but everyone else. Susan Raff, Channel 3 Eyewitness News.